Have you ever wondered how water moves through plants, defying gravity, or how our kidneys filter waste from our blood? The answer lies in a fascinating natural phenomenon called osmosis. Osmosis is a fundamental process that plays a crucial role in countless aspects of our world, from the smallest living cells to the vast ecosystems of our planet. It is a silent, invisible force that shapes life as we know it. In simple terms, osmosis is the movement of water molecules across a semi-permeable membrane. This membrane acts like a gatekeeper, allowing certain molecules to pass through while blocking others. Water moves from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration, driven by a natural tendency to equalize the concentration on both sides of the membrane. This process might sound complicated, but it's actually quite elegant in its simplicity. To understand it better, let's delve into the world of molecules and explore how they interact in solutions. Imagine a glass of water. It may seem like a simple, homogeneous substance, but at the molecular level, it's a bustling dance floor where countless water molecules are constantly moving and colliding. Now let's add a spoonful of sugar to the water. The sugar dissolves, meaning its molecules disperse and mingle with the water molecules. This mixture of water and sugar is called a solution. In any solution, the substance present in a greater amount is called the solvent, in this case water, while the substance present in a smaller amount is called the solute, sugar. The concentration of a solution refers to the amount of solute dissolved in a given amount of solvent. In our example, the sugar molecules are initially concentrated in one area of the glass. However, due to their constant movement, they gradually spread out or diffuse throughout the water until they are evenly distributed. This natural tendency of molecules to move from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration is a key principle in understanding osmosis. Now let's introduce a new element to our watery world, a semi-permeable membrane. As mentioned earlier, this membrane acts as a selective barrier, allowing certain molecules to pass through while blocking others. The permeability of a membrane depends on its structure and the size and charge of the molecules trying to cross it. In living organisms, cell membranes are examples of semi-permeable membranes. These membranes are crucial for maintaining the integrity of cells and regulating the flow of nutrients and waste products. They allow small molecules like water and oxygen to pass through freely, while larger molecules like proteins and carbohydrates are blocked. When a semi-permeable membrane separates two solutions with different concentrations, osmosis comes into play. Water molecules, driven by their inherent kinetic energy and the concentration gradient, will move across the membrane, seeking to equalize the concentration on both sides. Let's visualize this process with a simple experiment. Imagine a U-shaped tube with a semi-permeable membrane dividing it into two compartments. On one side, we have pure water, while the other side contains a sugar solution. The membrane allows water molecules to pass through, but prevents the sugar molecules from crossing. Initially, the water level is the same on both sides of the tube. However, as time passes, something interesting happens. The water level on the side with the sugar solution starts to rise, while the water level on the pure water side decreases. This happens because water molecules are moving from the area of high water concentration, pure water side, to the area of low water concentration, sugar solution side, through the membrane. This movement of water continues until the concentration of water molecules is equal on both sides of the membrane, or until the pressure exerted by the rising water column on the sugar solution side counteracts the osmotic pressure driving the water movement. Section 5. Thirsty plants, how osmosis keeps them alive. Osmosis plays a vital role in the survival of plants. Think of a plant's roots as tiny straws, drawing water and nutrients from the soil. This process relies heavily on osmosis. The cells in a plant's roots have a higher concentration of sugars and minerals compared to the surrounding soil. This difference in concentration creates a gradient that pulls water from the soil into the root cells through the process of osmosis. Once inside the root, water continues to move from cell to cell, eventually reaching the leaves and other parts of the plant. This osmotic pressure is what allows plants to transport water and nutrients against gravity, from their roots all the way up to their leaves. Section 6. Osmosis in our bodies, a balancing act. Osmosis is equally crucial for the proper functioning of our bodies. Our cells are constantly bathed in a fluid called extracellular fluid, which has a specific concentration of salts and other dissolved substances. For our cells to function correctly, the water concentration inside the cell needs to be balanced with the water concentration outside the cell. Our kidneys play a key role in maintaining this balance. They filter our blood, removing waste products and excess water while retaining essential nutrients. This filtering process relies heavily on osmosis. If the concentration of solutes in our blood increases, for example due to dehydration, our kidneys respond by reabsorbing more water back into the bloodstream, thus preventing our cells from shrinking due to water loss. Conversely, if the concentration of solutes in our blood decreases, our kidneys excrete more water in our urine. Section 7. The importance of equilibrium, maintaining a healthy balance. The concept of equilibrium is central to understanding osmosis. In the context of osmosis, equilibrium is reached when the concentration of water molecules is equal on both sides of a semi-permeable membrane. At this point, the net movement of water across the membrane stops, although water molecules continue to move back and forth at an equal rate. Maintaining this balance is essential for the health and survival of all living organisms. If the water concentration inside a cell becomes too high, the cell can swell and even burst. Conversely, if the water concentration inside a cell becomes too low, the cell can shrink and become dehydrated, leading to cell damage or death. Our bodies have evolved sophisticated mechanisms to regulate our internal water balance and ensure that our cells remain in a state of osmotic equilibrium. Section 8. Osmosis in everyday life. From cooking to preserving food, osmosis isn't confined to the realm of biology. It's a phenomenon that we encounter and utilize in countless everyday applications. For example, when we soak dried beans in water before cooking them, we are witnessing osmosis in action. The water moves from the area of high concentration, the soaking water, to the area of low concentration inside the beans, causing them to swell and soften. Similarly, osmosis plays a crucial role in food preservation techniques like salting and sugaring. When we salt meat or make pickles, we're creating an environment where the water concentration inside the food is lower than the surrounding salt solution. This causes water to be drawn out of the food through osmosis, inhibiting the growth of bacteria and increasing the food's shelf life. Section 9. Conclusion. The hidden power of osmosis. From the tiniest cells to the largest organisms, from the food we eat to the water we drink, osmosis is an omnipresent force that shapes our world in profound ways. It's a testament to the elegance and efficiency of natural processes operating silently and tirelessly to sustain life as we know it. By understanding osmosis, we gain a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of all living things and the delicate balance that governs our planet. It's a reminder that even the most seemingly simple processes can have far-reaching consequences, highlighting the beauty and complexity of the natural world.